You know, healing isn't always peaceful. Sometimes it feels like a personal apocalypse. There's this moment, often invisible to the world, where someone decides to stop running from their pain, not to numb it or bury it under distractions, relationships, or work, but to actually feel it. And that's when everything changes. You start waking up to patterns. You begin noticing how your nervous system responds to everyday things. You realize that you've been surviving, not living. But something strange happens too. As you rise emotionally, spiritually, energetically, your bank account starts to flatline. Opportunities slip away. Money becomes elusive, and it makes no sense. You're more self-aware. You're doing the inner work, and you're healing. Shouldn't life start flowing? But instead, it's like abundance turns its back on you. Why? Well, that's what we're unpacking. Stay with me until the end of this video, because we're not just going to talk about the what. We're going into the why. And when you understand the why, you unlock a part of yourself that has been silently blocking abundance this whole time. It's deeper than financial literacy and the hustle culture. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." That quote is the root system of this whole story. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a child who grows up constantly watching their parents stress about money, arguments, scarcity, fear, maybe even shame. That child grows up associating money not with freedom or joy, but with pain, conflict, and instability. Fast forward 20 years, that child is now an adult on a healing journey. Maybe they've started therapy, opened themselves to spiritual work. They're beginning to understand their triggers, unpack childhood trauma, reconnect with their authentic self. But deep inside their subconscious, Jung's shadow realm, money is still a threat, a danger, and a trigger. So what does the nervous system do? It protects, sabotages, and avoids, all while the conscious mind is busy trying to manifest, budget, or build. This is the paradox of healing and money. You become more conscious, but that consciousness comes with confrontation. You're forced to meet all the invisible contracts you made with survival, including the belief that money isn't safe, or if I have money, I'll become like the people who hurt me. This isn't just psychology. This is spiritual warfare between your past self and your present evolution. Jung referred to the process of individuation, the journey to become whole. But he warned us, the path to wholeness is not linear, it's a spiral. And money, as one of the most charged symbols in our society, becomes a mirror reflecting everything you haven't yet integrated. So if you're struggling with money while doing the deep work, it's not a failure, it's a signal. Your soul is realigning, your ego structures are crumbling, and the version of you that's trying to hold on to old money patterns can't come with you. But here's the part most people miss, and what we'll get into later in the video. There's a reason the spiritual path and financial stability feel like they live in separate worlds, and it has nothing to do with money itself. Before we continue, if you're someone who loves expanding your mind and exploring the deeper layers of life, make sure to subscribe to Fractal Wisdom so you never miss a truth bomb like this again. Let's talk about something that most mindset coaches don't touch. Your nervous system doesn't care about your big dreams, it cares about familiarity. You can sit with crystals, chant affirmations, visualize wealth pouring into your life. But if your body associates money with chaos, your subconscious will block it like a bouncer at the velvet rope. And this isn't sabotage, it's protection. Because in the language of trauma, familiar equals safe, even if familiar is actually toxic. Let's say your childhood home was filled with financial anxiety, bills being hidden, power being shut off, arguments erupting when someone spent too much. That stress lives in your body. It's not just a memory, it's somatic. It becomes the emotional blueprint your nervous system uses to decide what's normal. So even when adult you decides, I'm going to create financial abundance, there's a deeper part of you going, wait, this feels unsafe. We've never been here before. Retreat. This is the healing trap. The more you expand, the more your unhealed parts resist, because growth feels like danger to a nervous system trained in survival. And this is where Carl Jung's work becomes profound. He said, there is no coming to consciousness without pain. What does that mean for your relationship with money? It means your discomfort around money might not be about money. It might be about what money represents: power, visibility, responsibility, freedom, loss. Maybe more money means breaking family loyalty, becoming the one who makes it when everyone else didn't. Maybe it means shining in a way that makes you feel vulnerable or exposed. Maybe it means confronting the belief that you're unworthy of ease. This is the shadow, what Jung described as the rejected, hidden parts of ourselves. And the shadow isn't just about rage or shame. It also hides your light, your worth, and your capacity. And it absolutely hides your relationship with money. This is why healing work is often chaotic financially, because the parts of you that crave safety will unconsciously choose the known discomfort over the unknown abundance. You might forget to follow up on an opportunity, undervalue your services, procrastinate launching your project, or just feel tired all the time. It is not laziness, but your nervous system saying, let's stay where it's familiar. This is what we know. And this is why you're not broken. You're not bad with money. You're just operating from an old blueprint that's finally being revealed. And here's the powerful twist. Your healing isn't blocking your abundance. It's showing you where abundance was never safe to begin with. That's sacred work. And the path forward isn't to push through. It's to befriend the resistance, to gently rewire what your body believes is possible. Breath work, somatic therapy, inner child connection, conscious rest. These aren't luxuries, they're financial tools. Because when your body starts to feel safe in expansion, money stops being a trigger. It becomes a partner. The thing is, some of the beliefs we carry around money, they're not even ours. They were downloaded, inherited, and absorbed like secondhand smoke. You didn't sit down one day and choose to feel guilty about receiving, fearful of success, or skeptical of wealth. That programming started way before you opened your first bank account. Carl Jung called it the collective unconscious, a vast psychological web of archetypes, stories, and emotional memory that shape how we see the world. And it doesn't belong just to you, it belongs to us all. So, if you've ever felt like your money struggle was deeper than just bad habits or poor financial planning, you're right. You may be carrying the emotional weight of your ancestors' scarcity, of a culture that demonizes wealth and glorifies suffering, of a society that links worthiness to productivity and rest to laziness. Let me give you a real example. Say your grandparents survived war, famine, colonization, displacement. They didn't get to manifest money. They had to hustle to survive. They learned that money came hard, left fast, and wasn't to be trusted. That pain, it passed down, even without words. Then, your parents were raised in that tension and created their own relationship with money. Maybe it was fear-based. Maybe they swung the other way and lived in excess, trying to fill a void. Either way, you grew up with messages, spoken or unspoken. Messages like, we can't afford that, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, be grateful for what you have, and don't ask for more, who do you think you are? Sounds familiar? Those phrases became emotional imprints, beliefs you absorbed not just mentally, but energetically. And now, as an adult doing the healing work, you're trying to rewrite your relationship with money, while dragging generations of pain behind you. No wonder it feels heavy. But here's the important thing. Awareness is your liberation. Jung believed that by integrating what's unconscious, bringing it into the light, we begin to reclaim our power. That's how we stop the cycle, and that's how we become the pattern breaker. And this isn't just about you. When you start healing your financial trauma, releasing shame, welcoming ease, trusting your worth, you're not just doing it for your future self. You're doing it for every version of you that struggled and every soul that came before you who couldn't. You're changing the psychic climate of your entire lineage. You're rewriting the collective script. And yes, it's slow, it's layered, and deeply emotional. This is why budgeting apps alone won't save you. You can't spreadsheet your way out of ancestral wounds. You have to feel them, grieve them, question them, and then, slowly, choose new beliefs that resonate with who you're becoming, not who you were trained to be. And now, let's land this softly. You've spent so much of your life doing the hard part, surviving, coping, healing. You've met your shadow, you've cried in the dark, you've pulled your inner child from the corners of your memory and said, "I've got you now." But here's the quiet revolution most people miss on the healing journey. Receiving is also healing. It's not just about excavating trauma, it's about allowing in joy. Receiving money without shame, guilt, or fear is one of the most radical spiritual acts of self-love, especially when your nervous system was built to expect the opposite. Carl Jung believed the self is a totality, a coming together of all your parts, light and shadow, logic and emotion, conscious and unconscious. He taught that integration is the goal, so let's connect the dots. When you begin healing, you're not just rewriting a few thoughts, you're realigning your entire inner system so that abundance no longer feels like a threat. It becomes aligned, harmonized, and integrated. But here's where things often go sideways. Many people think money will fix their inner wounds. They wait for the cash before they feel secure, powerful, or seen. But in truth, it's the opposite. It's the inner safety that allows the outer flow. And that inner safety is built moment by moment, not with a massive leap, but with tiny, repeated acts of reparenting your fear. Things like looking at your bank account without judgment, asking for what you're worth, resting even when capitalism whispers you haven't earned it, saying thank you when someone gives you something instead of shrinking, allowing money to come in without trying to earn it through suffering. These aren't just money habits and their soul practices, because real abundance doesn't come from force, it comes from alignment, from being in integrity with your healed self, not the self that was shaped by survival. Let me give you a powerful image. Picture your inner world as a house. For years you've been renovating it, knocking down old beliefs, repairing broken walls, painting it in your truth. Now finally, you've lit a candle, opened the windows, and invited peace in. But what happens when money knocks at the door? Do you open it? Or does an old voice echo through the hallway? We don't deserve this. It will never last. Be careful. It's a trap. That's the final threshold. Healing means you've built the house. Now, you have to believe you're safe enough to let good things in, receiving without guilt, earning without overfunctioning, and thriving without betraying your integrity. These are the next layers of the healing spiral. You're not meant to hustle forever. You're not here to prove your worth through exhaustion. You don't need to sacrifice joy to earn enough. That's the old story. We've grieved it, and we've buried it. Now we're writing a new one, a story where spiritual people aren't broke, where empaths thrive, where healers charge their worth, where artists flourish, where sensitivity is a superpower, and where money becomes an ally, not a monster. Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, and who you truly are is not here to repeat the pain of those who came before you. You are here to transform it. And that includes your relationship with money. You don't have to chase it, just stop blocking it. Because the truth is, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you're safe to hold. And your healing is the soil. That's the foundation and the frequency. So, if this video spoke to your soul, if you saw yourself in these words, if you felt a remembering stir in your bones, leave a comment below and write, "I am safe to receive." I'll be reading everyone, and share this video with someone else who's walking the path, trying to heal and wondering why their bank account doesn't reflect their growth yet. Let's normalize these conversations. If you're still here, thank you. It means you're not just scrolling, you're listening, feeling, and becoming. Subscribe to Fractal Wisdom if you haven't yet. We're just getting started. More truth, more gentle but mind-shifting content coming your way. Until next time, keep healing, keep receiving. You're already worthy, you always were.